Hi, this is Yvonne Galusha, and I'm making this video to help students to use the university's virtual desktop. So the process has gotten a little easier in that once you get your computer set up, you can do this either on a Mac or a Windows computer if you do not have Microsoft Access available. Then it's not too bad to actually proceed with the work. So first, you can read over my directions here on this link, but you want to go and read here about two-step authentication. You may be using that already, but in case you're not, the VPN software requires it. And next, you have to get installed on your computer the VPN software. It's called Cisco AnyConnect VPN. And you need this installed in order to connect to the University Virtual Desktop. So there's the link to download the software. It's free to students and to actually get logged in and connected. So once you've got that accomplished, then you are ready to actually go to the virtual desktop. Now I already have both of these done. I'm making this video on a Windows computer, so part of it's going to look a little different on the Mac. I'm going to click this link in just a minute and proceed so you can see how this looks and works. But notice that the virtual desktop has Access version 2016. That will work for these projects. So that's the one you're going to use, the application once you get to this server. Let's go ahead. So you'll see here where it tells you VPN must be there and set up. Mine is already running, so I can just say continue. Now I'm going to log in with my normal Hawk credentials. This should be the Iowa domain. So once you get here, you don't really see a lot because I haven't added any favorite apps because I don't come over here that often. So you'll want to click here on apps. So I've got it near the top since these are in alphabetical order, Access 2016. So go ahead and load this. At this point, see, I'm in a browser, but I am actually running remotely. So it's going to vary on how well it performs. So right now what's going on is it's setting up everything on this remote server. Minimize this, so I'll click here. Now the one thing that you will see that I saw the first time, and I'm not seeing it again, it's going to ask permission to access files on your local computer. And it'll say 3 different options, and you'll want to give it full access. It's the third one in the little dialog box. That way you can edit files directly on your local computer. That will make it easier to do these projects because you'll just download and put them in a folder on your local computer, then open them from the remote server here. So open files. So I'm going to say now browse. Oh, I'm sorry, I was ahead of myself. It's going to ask you every time, unless I say do not ask me again. So this is what I was just talking about. Say permit all access. By doing that, it'll allow you to load and edit files directly on your local machine, and it makes it easier then for you to turn them in for grading on SIMnet. Now this is where I was saying you have to be a little careful because see, this computer, this PC is not your computer, it's the server that you're running the application on, which is the virtual desktop. Instead, you're going to look down here on your local disk. So if I expand this, my local disk, you see I could proceed with completing the projects. Now, I have not gone on to SIMnet, but if I flip over here and go ahead and get on SIMnet the way you normally will. So give me a minute. And I have to, this is the instructor view, so I'm going to go to SIMnet students. This is what you normally see. And of course I have to get to the right class. When you log in, you're going to be right here. So the thing that I wanted to say now, if I'm proceeding to complete an Access project, oh, that's a SimBook project right there. See, I can click here and get my start file, and I have it on this computer. I'm not going to use Access on this computer. I want to use the remote desktop, the virtual desktop. So I'm going to say save it, and I can choose where I'm saving it. So just for the sake of thing, I'm going to save it on my desktop. See, this is right now as if I'm working on my local computer, and I'm going to just save that. You see, it's Access 1-4, Chapter 1, and save that start file. Now if I come back, this is the virtual. And I'm doing this to help you understand, whether you're on a Mac or a personal computer, this part, if you click desktop, see well, first, this is another thing. You got to change it to say all files, because see, it's only looking for Access files. So change it down here so it's looking for all files. But even if I click on these things, there's nothing there because I haven't put anything on my desktop on that remote machine. So if I come down here to my local disk, and I think it's going to look the same way on a Mac, I need to be able to get to my desktop. And this can be a little different because you have to navigate to it. So that means you're going to have to come, not to the Windows, I clicked the wrong thing. You got to go to users and then your login. So for me, my login is Wygalusha. And once that comes up, you get a lot of stuff, but one of the folders under user Wygalusha on this machine is desktop. So I click on desktop, and now these are all the files I have on that desktop. And if I go to, it's a little slow because, you know, it's running remotely, but right there, see, that is the start file that I just downloaded and put on my local desktop. So I open that. Everything's going to be a little slower. I'm just going to wait patiently, and I'm not working where I have the best internet access. But I decided to make the video here so you would get a sense for how this is going to work. As long as I keep seeing that little hourglass, I know it's still trying to load it. So you see, at this point, you can use Access even if you're working on a Mac computer and proceed with the directions for the assignment. It'll work just the way it's supposed to. And you got to be patient, and hopefully you won't have internet problems. That's something that you'll just have to experiment with. If you're having problems, you may have to find a different location. It's going to normally ask this because it's loading over a network, and sometimes people load viruses. But we know this is a decent, good file, so we say, yes, I trust it. So finally, now that it's at this point, I'm ready to start proceeding with the directions. I have my start tables, start forms, etc. to do the assignment. So once you just proceed exactly like the directions, and then I'm using Alt-Tab on the Windows to navigate back, but once I'm back, I can come right back into SIMnet and then upload my file and navigate right back to my normal desktop where I just stored it. This makes it easier because I have a lot of stuff. Oops, I want to go directly to my desktop, not a subfolder. Navigate right there. You see, it's got this little lock because that tells you it's being worked on. So you can't upload it while you still have it open on the virtual desktop. So to get rid of that, I come back to the virtual desktop and I have to say close this file. Everything's going to take a little while. You see it's closing. So once it's fully closed, you gotta be patient. I can come back here and you see that little lock thing showing it the file was in use is gone. So now I could proceed with uploading and grading. So once you're done, you've submitted it 3 times, or maybe you get it 100% the first time, but you're done working on that. You can just click close here, and what that did was it closed Access, but you see I'm still connected to the virtual desktop. So you just log off, and then you can close that tab. And you see, this is how you will need to complete the Access projects. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you.